She said it like she was talking about the weather. You know, every single day I look at you and wonder if this is really the best I could do with my life. Her reflection looked bored in the mirror. Mine looked dead behind her. I didn't argue, didn't even blink, just nodded, once, slow. By the time she fell asleep that night, I had already packed my life into 2 suitcases. Not just clothes, but years of restraint, sacrifices, and quiet humiliation. I left the keys on the counter beside her wedding ring. The silence in that house was louder than anything she'd ever said to me. 8 months later, she was asking about me again. Through mutual friends, old co-workers, anyone who would listen. But by then, it was too late. Let me tell you how I got there. We met when ambition still smelled like cheap coffee and shared dreams. She was brilliant, magnetic, the kind of woman who made you believe you were chosen just by standing next to her. I fell fast, hard. She made life feel cinematic, until it didn't. Success came for me first. Promotions, late nights, recognition. For her, it came slower. I didn't think that mattered. But somewhere along the way, it started to. I noticed the tone in her voice shift when I talked about work. The small sighs. The way her compliments started sounding like insults wrapped in politeness. "Must be nice," she'd say, every time I achieved something. "Having people notice you." Then came the silences. Long, heavy pauses during dinner. The smiles that didn't reach her eyes. The way her phone started living face down on the table. I didn't need to snoop. People reveal themselves without realizing it. Patterns shift, habits fracture. She started coming home later, changed her perfume, laughed more at messages she'd hide behind her screen. I didn't confront her, not then. You don't interrupt someone when they're digging their own grave. The night of her confession, that cruel, careless line was a gift disguised as pain. It saved me the trouble of pretending. It gave me clarity. While she thought I was shrinking, I was quietly rebuilding. I moved out that night, stayed with a friend for a week, then got my own apartment. Minimalist, quiet, mine. I didn't chase her calls, didn't check her socials, didn't even block her. Indifference is more haunting than anger. I started working out again, focused on my job. My numbers shot up. The board noticed. Promotion followed. New office, new title. And one night at a company event, I met her, Claire. Claire wasn't loud or competitive. She was calm, confident. The kind of woman who listened before she spoke. The kind who saw value in peace, not chaos. We clicked easily, without effort or games. I didn't post anything about us. But word gets around, and soon enough, my ex started reaching out to mutual friends. "How's he doing? Is he seeing someone? Do you think he ever misses me?" They told me, of course. Every question she asked, every photo she liked from old memories, trying to remind me she still existed. I never responded. Silence became my revenge. But the real satisfaction came months later. A mutual friend's wedding, small town, everyone invited, including her. She arrived late, wearing a smile too bright to be real. I saw her scanning the room before her eyes found me. Then they found Claire, standing beside me, laughing at something I'd said. The pause that followed was art. You could almost hear her pride shatter. She walked over, pretending calm. "Good," she said, voice tight. "You too," I replied. "You look like you've been thinking a lot." Her smile faltered. I could see her trying to piece together some version of control, but the mask kept slipping. She looked at Claire again, then at me, searching for a trace of regret. There was none. When she finally excused herself, I watched her walk away, shoulders slightly hunched, eyes unfocused. That's the thing about losing someone who once cared deeply. When they stop caring, it's irreversible. Later that night, a friend told me she'd asked about me again, said she regretted how things ended, that she didn't mean it. But words, once said, don't evaporate. They stain. I didn't need revenge in the traditional sense. No public scene, no shouted truths, just quiet success. Happiness that looked effortless. Love that didn't demand pain as proof. Now, every morning, I wake up next to someone who chooses me, not because she has to, but because she wants to. And sometimes, when the city is still, I think back to that night, her voice echoing, "If this is really the best I could do with my life?" I smile, because now she knows the answer. She could have done better. She just didn't realize I was the better. And by the time she did, I was already gone.